Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in again. Today we are going to just be doing a quick unboxing of our latest product here, and it's the Auxbeam AR-600 switch panel. It's the 600 because you have 6 switches. If you're looking for the 800, same thing, everything in the box will be the same, except you'll have 2 extra. So 600, you got 6 lights, 800, you got 8. But we are using the 6, and if you're interested, this will be getting installed on my Pro 4X here in a couple days, but I thought I'd show you guys exactly what you get in the box. So let's get at it. And if you're interested, here's the information on the back of the box. I'm not going to read it all, but if you want to read it, you can pause the video here and take a look for yourself. All right, so first things first, when you open the box, you can see it tells you there's brackets in the bottom, but this is what you're looking for. Because this thing can be controlled by Bluetooth, you can scan the code, whether you have Android or iOS, scan it. That'll give you the app to control this thing. And then on top, you also get this little plastic bag, and in there is your stickers for whatever lighting you're putting on. You just choose which sticker suits you best. And it also has a few blanks. So in case you're not going to fill up all the spots at once, you can put a blank in there. And these are removable. So once you put something else in, you add a new light bar, whatever, you can grab your sticker, pop that off the panel, and away you go. And then you also get your instruction booklet and an Auxbeam sticker. Now, taking off the top cover, you get your actual box. This is the heart of the thing, where you'll be installing all your wiring from whatever you're hooking up to it. And I'm going to go more in depth on this when we install it, but this is the box. You can see your wires will go through the bottom there. Nice and easy, tucks them all away. And then if you pull this open, like such, you can see you have your 6 different spots where the wires can go in. They're all different fuses, ranging from 10 to 30. You got your positive, negative that you'll hook up to the battery. Everything is plug and play for the most part. And it also comes with a fuse puller and extra fuses. So if something was to go wrong and you blow a fuse, something's not working, you have some spares. You don't have to worry about running over to the store. All right, the next up in the box is the actual control panel itself. And now this thing, I know on some videos it kind of looks like it might be cheaply made, but this has some serious weight to it. It's got an aluminum border. You got a little bit of a texture inside here. And all this lights up depending on which one you're powering. You'll see that in the install video when we get some stuff hooked up. And the buttons themselves, if you just listen, they're very solid. It's an awesome made piece. It's not cheap at all. And got your wire hooked up on the back here. You just twist it on. Easy to take on and remove if you don't want to have this piece actually sitting in your vehicle. You can just unscrew it each time. But as for the product itself, very well made. And next up in the box, you have your wires. So you can see red and black, positive and negative. This will go from the box to your battery. That should be pretty straightforward. Again, if you want to see the install, stay tuned. That video will be out shortly. But you got not super long, so you don't have to worry about having a bunch of cable hanging under your hood, but long enough that you can find a place for this to be, and you'll still be able to reach it. And again, this will just pop underneath. So on the top of your vehicle, you'll just have the box, and everything here will be coming out from underneath. So it just makes it look a little neater under the hood, like a more professional install. All right, and next up, and I would say one of the nicest features of this thing is it actually comes with this little circuit breaker, and basically this goes between the wire itself from the battery and the box. So if you wire this in between, if something was to happen and something goes haywire, instead of starting to blow all the fuses and stuff in the box, this will trip right away, cut the power to it, and just save everything that you have hooked up there. And then again, next up is your cable. You can see it's got the little prongs on one side and the plug on the other. The plug, like I said, it only fits on one spot in there. It'll plug in, and this actually controls the control panel itself. That'll plug into the other end here. You got a male and female end. They just screw together. So plenty of cable here. This is the piece that will be running from under the hood into your vehicle. And because it is all confined into this little wire, this is all you need to get through into your truck or your car or whatever you're wiring this to. so you don't have to worry about a bunch of wires coming through. This little thing will be the only piece that's needed inside the truck itself. And then last but not least on this layer is this little mounting bracket, and that is actually for the switch panel itself. You can see it's got a little hinge, you can rotate it. So if you're mounting this onto your vehicle, you can have a couple different options. You can either drill this right in, like it can be mounted to your dash if you're willing to drill into it. Some people put double-sided like Velcro or sticky tape on here, and then you can just adjust the angle. Once you get the angle you want, just tighten up those screws on each side and you won't be able to move it anymore, so it won't be rattling and wobbling around when you're driving. But just a little mounting option if that's the way you want to go. And now digging into the next layer, you just come in here, got a little foam pad, pull it out, you got some more goodies underneath. So what we got here is add a fuse. Not many packages or products come with this stuff. You also have a little screwdriver. The screwdriver is to screw your whatever you're hooking up, lights, whatever, into the box itself. And that's why I like this product a lot, because it actually comes with everything you could possibly need to install this on your vehicle. Yes, these might not be the right size. It does give you two options. You got the normal fuse and you can see a little mini fuse, but you may need to get different ones depending on your vehicle, but they're at least trying. It's not like you don't get anything. A lot of stuff nowadays, they give you just the product and say, have at her, go figure out what else you need. Here, they don't do that. You got it all. Along with the next part in the box is just your hardware, plus you got a little hex key in there. The hex key is to tighten up the bracket on there that I showed you earlier. And then these, all different types of screws and washers and nuts and all that, is for your mounting options, which you'll see on the bracket in here in a sec. But that is to mount all that down, as well as mounting your switch panel to the mount itself. So all your hardware will be in that bag. And then again, come to this side, dig down, you pull that piece out, and underneath here, you have your other connector. Now this is the other size plug in that box, and that actually controls the lighting to your switch panel. So this thing has backlighting. This is the part that you will wire to the box, then to one of those fuses, and then to something that will only turn this on when you have power to the vehicle. If you plug it into the wrong fuse, it'll be lit up all the time. So you got to figure that out. If you have a 2023 Frontier, come back and watch that video because I will show you exactly how to do it. But if not, I'll show you how to find the fuse and what you're looking for when the time comes for that, but that's what this little wire is. And then also they give you this rubber case, and you can see, please use this cover in rain, snow, car wash, or surfing at the beach. Basically, this is just like a screen protector almost. It'll cover that whole thing. And inside the truck, obviously we're not going to need that. It's never going to get wet. But if you have this thing, say, in a boat or a motorhome or whatever, you might have it mounted in a strange spot. This is just to keep it protected, keeps all the grime and dirt and anything from getting in any of these crevices that it might be able to sneak into. You won't fry the control panel. So a nice little add-on if that's what you're looking at. And then last but not least, on this section, they give you a bunch of little zip ties and one more bracket. That is to mount the actual box under your hood. It'll go with the brackets underneath. But like I said, they give you everything you could possibly need, right down to the zip ties even. And it'll make your life easier. You can start the project. You don't have to worry about going back and finding something else that might be missing. All right, now last but not least, you move the big foam out of the way. You got these two brackets on the bottom, and what these are just a couple mounting options to get it mounted to your vehicle or whatever you're mounting it to, and that's to hold this actual box. So you can see the holes line up with the two little tabs on the side of the box. You can use the hardware that it comes with to mount that on, and it should be able to fit somewhere under the hood. If not, you might have to Mickey Mouse a little bit of stuff just to find the sweet spot. I know every vehicle is different. And depending on what you're doing this to, if you're hooking it up to, like I said, a boat or something like that, you might not have as much options as this. But they do give you a couple options, and they got a bunch of different holes so you can kind of wiggle it back and forth a little bit and make it work for you. But that is about it for this video, guys. Like you can see, everything is stacked and packaged in here awesome. Nothing wobbles around, nothing has a chance to bang around and break. They give you literally everything you could possibly need to get this thing installed, right down to the zip ties. So like I say, when somebody puts enough effort to figure all this stuff out, I'm sure the product will work well. So if you want to see this thing installed and how to do it, like and subscribe. We'll catch you in the next video, hopefully, which will be installing this thing. Again, for demonstration purposes, it will be on my 2023 Frontier here. And then we'll hook some things up and we'll show you exactly how it works. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching this video, guys, and hopefully we'll catch you in the next one.